we're going to cover a little exercise that I take people through just to help them with a bit of a mindset shift. So let's have a look. So before we dive in, can I just ask, are you open to go somewhere a little bit uncomfortable for the next 15 minutes if it meant coming out the other side with more clarity and power? Sound like a plan? Okay. Let me ask you something a little strange. If your mind was a movie, what genre has it been playing lately? Has it been playing like a drama or a horror, comedy, or a documentary? What do you think? What's been going on in your mind? Make it a movie. What is it? This is just to get you thinking a little bit deeper. So let me ask you, what's one area of your life where you feel stuck or a little bit off? What's one area in your life that sort of stands out to you? Just write it down. One area of your life where you feel stuck or a bit off. Now, what do you believe about yourself in that moment? What beliefs do you have in yourself or about yourself? Write it down. Now, if that belief had a voice, what would it say? What would that voice say? Write that down. Okay. Then that's not who you are. That's who you learnt to be. So let me ask you a few more questions. When did you first feel this way? When did you first feel this way? Then ask yourself, who are you trying to please or protect? Who are you trying to please, protect? Now, what would your 10-year-old self say to you right now? What would your 10-year-old self say to you right now? Can I share something powerful with you? What happened to you isn't happening now, but every time you replay it, you give it fresh power. You're free to choose a new story today. You can change that story. So let me ask you a few questions around that. Who do you choose to be instead? I obviously don't have your answers, so just work off where this is flowing. And a lot of this is instinct. This is stuff stored in your nervous system. So who do you choose to be instead? And what does that version of you believe? What does that version of you believe? Just say what comes up. Doesn't have to be perfect. It's just putting pen to paper. Now, how does that version walk, talk, and make decisions? That version of you now. How does that version walk, talk, and make decisions? Walk, talk, and make decisions now. So imagine waking up tomorrow and that old story no longer runs in your life anymore. Completely gone. What's different? What's different for you? What does your body feel like? And what do you hear yourself saying? What do you hear yourself saying? Now, I want you to change your state a little bit. I want you to stand up. I want you to feel that new identity. Stand tall. Breathe it in. The new identity. Who you're waking up and hearing. Who you're waking up and feeling without that old stuff there anymore. How do you feel? Put your hand on your chest. Breathe it in and say, I choose who I am, and I choose power over the past. I choose who I am, and I choose power over the past. Okay, you can sit down. So let me ask you, what's one small aligned action that you can take in the next 24 hours to embody this? What small action can you take now in the next 24 hours to really embody this new you, this new identity? Just an action that maybe you had blocks on before, something that you can just decide to do, whether it's a conversation with someone, whether it's starting the first action of something you always wanted to do, but always had these doubts or limiting beliefs. What's one action? Don't have to make it big and complicated. It can just be a small action. It could be sending a text message, it could be calling someone, could be calling and setting up a gym membership, could be planning your training, could be something you haven't been doing that you want to do. Now, that exercise that we just did in the last sort of 5 to 10 minutes, most people avoid doing that for like 15 years. And you made a powerful shift today by going through something like that. Now, you can re-listen to this video and you can play this on the next limiting belief or next negative self-talk, and you can work your way through each of them and you can start to release them from your nervous system. Now, the only job on this particular one you did today, your only job is to keep reminding yourself of who you really are. So one more thing you can do to help with that is just come up with a one-line affirmation. Thank you for showing up fully today is a good affirmation. That's the version of you that wins. You know, that could be something simple you take that you look at in the morning and remind yourself who I am. We've done the work to start to remove the old neuro pathways, and we've started work on building a new neuro pathway. Now, by doing the one-line affirmation each day, thank you for showing up fully today. That's the version of you that wins. By doing that every day, what you're doing is you're making that neuro pathway stronger. And then with the action that you come up with today, by going and taking that action, you're making it much stronger again. And then if you decide, you know, for yourself that you're committing to that from here on in for the rest of your life, your body starts producing myelin that coats that new neuro pathway because it knows that it's a long-term action. It prioritizes it, and what it does is it makes it work so much faster and stronger. The electrodes can pass down it so much quicker. And that's the idea. So keep doing the affirmation and take your next action and follow through on it. Take your next action and follow through on it. And those are the sort of things that build that new identity much quicker. So that's a pretty powerful exercise you did. So that's it for today. Like I said, you can play this back and you can use it on different ones that you're having trouble with. You know, if you wake up and you're having a bad day and you got something on your mind, pull this video out and go through the process. Just follow the process, get your pen and paper ready, get ready to take your action, get ready to write your affirmation and start building those neural pathways. And this is the building blocks to changing your mindset from a weak mindset or victim mindset to a growing mindset. So this is what's going to change your life block by block. So thanks for coming today. Cheers, guys.